Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Christy with Christy Artistry. If you've not watched any of my videos and this is your first one, welcome. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to watch my video. I am a fluid artist in Minnesota, and I have been on YouTube for a little over 2 years now. I have a very small channel, which I'm hoping to get it a little larger, but just loving to do the art and spend this time with you guys. Love your comments. They're always very helpful. Suggestions when I'm not quite sure how to finish some of my paintings. I love asking you guys what you think about them, and I always get good responses, so thank you. So tonight we are going to be working on a monster size one for me. This one is a 15 by 30 level 3 canvas, and I am running it vertically. Last one I did was months and months ago, I think it is, and I did a blue, kind of blues and gold, and had this beautiful blowout, and I absolutely love that painting. So since I have a commission piece I'm working on, I have an art piece I'm working on, or arts and craft piece I'm working on, that you'll see those videos shortly. But tonight we're going to do a traditional Dutch pour. So I'm going to float the canvas with white, bring you down, and I'm going to show you our color palette for tonight. So I'll be right back. Okay everyone, so this is my 15 by 30 canvas, and I brought you back so I can show the new viewers how I flood my canvases, and then like I said, I'll show you our color palette for this evening. Now when I mix my paint, I use water and Floetrol to mix it, and then I like a consistency that is nice and liquidy. That way it spreads on, fills the canvas, lets the other colors flow, and it seems to work out great for me. So we are going to get started here. So I'm going to pour on my white, and then we are going to use the hairdryer, blow the white around, because it just makes it so much easier, and it'll help get an even flow of the paint. I'm going to swoosh it together with my spatula first, but then I'll use the hairdryer. So this way I've got all those little holes, or empty spaces, have some paint on them. And the hairdryer will also help me take off any excess paint that we don't need, to make sure that we get a nice smooth canvas at the end. So I got to thinking about all of you, and a lot of you comment quite often, give me great suggestions, but I don't know where any of you are from. So if you would like to, when you comment, let me know what state, country, province you are from, and whatever else you want to let me know. I think if you watch my videos, you know everything about me. Oh, and for those of you who have been sending well wishes, thank you very much. I am feeling better. I have medication now, and my back, what we're doing right now is I'm using Tylenol, Advil, and pain patches, because I am not, I don't like heavy medicines, so I am just doing the minimum I can to keep my back from twinging from that disc. So it's going to get worse. You know, I'm getting older, and it's going to get worse, and that way when it does get worse, I don't have to up the medication, because I'm not taking that much to begin with. So that's what I'm doing right now. Like I said, it's, you know, I do things I shouldn't be doing, I lift things I shouldn't be doing, I've got a lot of trees in the backyard that I have to get pulled down, and stuff like that. So I just have to learn to be more careful. Okay, we've got a good base. I see a lot missing up here, so I'm going to add some here. Oops. Should add it to the painting, huh? Not the bowl, not the table. I want to save some for the edges, just in case they don't get covered. So let's blow this out and see what happens. Okay, here we go. Okay, good. So we have nice coverage now. We've got coverage along the sides. Making sure I get those folds covered. That's the one thing I like about being a fluid artist. We get to play in the paint all the time. When you're brush painting, you know, it is messy, but you know, I don't have as much fun with it, but I am teaching myself. I'm teaching myself how to oil paint. Not very good at it yet. I think I showed you in one of my videos one of my very first painting. Many of you said it was a great job for my first trial, so thank you. But yes, I'm working on depth. Depth is something that I'm having not an issue with, but still just not understanding it to the fullest. And so once I get that down, I think things will improve. And like I said, I'm really having fun with it. It's definitely a different medium than acrylic. It's much more forgiving, easier to blend, but it's also stinky and messy, and you have to use chemicals to clean it up. So I will show you once I, whenever it is that I am comfortable with what I'm doing, I will do a video on oil painting. Okay, so we've got our coverage. We're going to use our torch. We're going to pop the bubbles. I don't see a lot, but I see a bunch down here. I hope they're just bubbles. Something going on down here. So I always keep my little tweezers handy just in case I get globs and they're not bubbles. It's just a bubble. I'm just going to go and pop those deep little bubbles and then torch them again. See if we can get rid of them. That's just thick paint. Okay, so we're good? We're good. Okay, so here is our color palette for this evening. Now, like I said, I'm working on a commission piece, and the commission piece is blue, pink, and purple. And I liked that combination, but I'm going to extend it a little bit farther for this blowout. So what we're going to use tonight is we're going to use our Academy Acrylic Ultramarine Blue. Okay. I'm going to add some of my Academy Acrylic Iridescent White in the hopes that we get some cells. Then we are going to use Academy Acrylic Deep Violet. And then I'm going to add Pearlized Vermillion. Again, should give us some cells and some shimmer. And then Academy Acrylic Thio Violet. Now, on that other painting, there is a very, vibrant neon pink in it. And for this painting, I just didn't think that that was going to go. For the painting I'm doing for the commission, that's exactly what the customer wants, so that's what I'm going to do. So, let's get started. First up, Ultramarine Blue. And I am going to do, oops, what happened there? I flung something in the paint, I guess. Okay, I think what I would like to do is I'm going to do sort of, the blowout will go from this corner up to that corner. So we're going to literally start it at the corner and give it a good amount of paint. And I want to get to that corner. Whoa, that was a lot. That was a lot more than I thought it was going to be, but that's all right. I'll just be more careful of the next color. Might have to turn it upside down. Okay, next one I'm going to add is the Iridescent White. And again, it's a really pretty pearlized white. And it should give us some cells in the other colors. And it'll also lighten up these colors a bit because this is very dark. Okay, next is our Academy Acrylic Deep Violet. Love this violet. It is deep violet. It's beautiful. It shows up really well when you blow it up. Okay, and then this is what I'm going to put in the vermilion, and it's pearlized vermilion, so it has kind of a pinky shimmer to it like the white, but it's not like a real pale pink. But when it mixes with the white on the flood color and the pearlized white, it should lighten it up a little bit, and so then that's why I'm going to be comfortable with that. And then I'm going to add a little bit of the Thio Violet. Maybe. Thio Violet has a quality in it. Which is strange because I just used this paint. I did switch over to new bottles. For those of you that watch my videos, I was always using these capped bottles that have this little hook, but all the caps are falling off. So I got these new bottles, and they have this little twisty top, and so you can just twist them down and wipe off the tip, and they stay so much cleaner. The only difference is if you notice how like this one is really squeezed in. These are really hard plastic, so they don't do that, but at the same time you have to really squeeze them to get the paint out. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of this in. I don't want too much in here. Just some accents. Like so. Okay, I think we're good. I'm going to move my paints out of the way and torch the bubbles again before we start blowing this out. That'll get the pearlized to start showing some cells, get the colors with all the bubbles out of them. There we go. Alright, we're going to blow this out. So, I am going to stick with the Revlon with the wide attachment because this painting is quite large and I want a big blowout, so I'm going to use the large one. So, alright, here we go. That is pretty darn fancy. I have a corner over here that is bare and lots rolling off onto the table, so I'm going to scoop it up and I am going to apply it here so that it keeps pulling that down and filling in the color as it should be, so that we get great coverage. Pouring down here, I'm going to pick this one up and I am going to do my best to try to keep this one up on top. Don't really want that one going down. So what I'm going to do is, how I do this is I literally take the paint off of the side, the white paint off of the side, and hold this back. Now if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but if I dry this off like this, it should stay up there. This one too should stay up there because it doesn't have the white paint pulling it off. And once it settles down, I can put the white paint back on, and that way I don't have it falling off the canvas. Because the only other place I have it falling off the canvas, of course, is on the corners. So I really don't want this petal to go down and this petal to go down and nothing over there. So I'm just trying to correct my composition by fixing this, like so. So then this should discourage anything from coming up here, like so. And then, like I said, once this settles down, it won't take too long, maybe 10-15 minutes. Then I will take the leftovers and I'll pour it on there, and it'll run down just like it is with the other portions, and it'll fix itself. It'll be just fine. So I'm just taking out some of the excess white. And what I do, and you can use any number of things to do this, but you need to scrape the underneath of your canvas to keep your composition from totally falling off of there. So I use tongue depressors for the large canvases, or if it's a canvas that is close to the table, I like these barbecue skewers because they get under here real well, like so. Scrape it off, wipe it off, and move on. But these bigger tongue depressors really help with these larger canvases. So you scrape, wipe it off, go to the next side. For the longest time, if you watch my beginning videos, I was using my fingers all the time, and it got to be where my skin was getting irritated by the paint. Sorry if I'm in your way, I'm just gonna make sure that that's covered. This is really dripping down nicely. I don't see any issues here. So let me just pick up some white paint. Make sure that there's some coverage here. Clean out the excess. See, I used to do that with my fingers all the time. Then my skin started getting a little irritated with the acrylic paint. Alright, I think that looks good right now. So while I'm over here, I am going to grab the camera. Okay, so the hard part about these larger canvases is I'm kind of short, and so I can only reach up so far to try to show you the whole painting. But I wanted to point out that the iridescent white definitely made cells, and we'll come down in a minute and look at those. I really would like to know what you think of this color combination. Again, it is Ultramarine Blue, Iridescent White, Deep Violet, Vermillion, and Thio Violet. So here, we're going to start at the corner and go up. So here's that first corner. And I really like the color combinations that are in here. Like here, you can see we've got cells, but we've also got all these beautiful colors. Here, another spot. Then we've got some blue cells. We've got this whole outline, and there's a lot of stuff popping in here, so this, when it dries, will be different. And then look at this section. Oh, it's gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Then we've got some beautiful mixed colors going up into this petal. And while I ended up with kind of a blue and a red streak, it really looks nice because of the cells that are in between the two. Kind of bring it together. And this is going to change too, as like I said, as things pop up. And then look at that petal up there. So pretty. So, the vermilion side. And then here's our upper corner. And look at the cells on there. I'm going to keep scraping that so I don't lose that chunk of cells up there. So I'm going to see if I can bring you up again and try to show you as much of the painting as I can. Because again, this is a 15-inch by 30-inch canvas, and it is a level 3. So I'm going to show you on the sides here why. See how I only have this corner falling off. So you wouldn't want that to fall off and that to fall off, and then have nothing on the other side to match it up. So we're going to keep it up on the canvas this time, and just let the corners be our fall-offs. But everything else we're going to leave the way it is, and I'm going to keep scraping it, and then when I'm done scraping it, I will show you the dried results. It may not be in this video, it depends on how fast this dries. If you notice, there's a lot rolling off here, so it is quite wet, and there's a lot of paint on here, but I'll show it to you as soon as it's dry. Alright, well, let me know what you think about this painting. And thank you all for watching. I do appreciate it, and hope that you join me for another video in 3 days. Okay, bye.